So we're here with Marilyn Ness, whose documentary Charm City just premiered at the Marilyn Film Festival. You said technically premiered, I guess, last week in Tribeca, but this was the screening that you were really kind of concerned or interested in how people react. So what did you kind of take away from the way the audience and everybody seemed to interact with us today?
We made a film in a city that really cares about its city, and of course we were worried. But they laughed, they cried, they gave a standing ovation to the magnificent people that are in Charm City, that I believe are the hope of Baltimore. And they are what gives me hope that these problems can be overcome, solved, worked on, that there are people who love their city and the people in it. So I felt good. It felt good.
Maybe the most important audience was the great people that were part of the documentary. Yeah. What have their reactions been as this is now seen more and more people, maybe particularly now that it's been seen in their own hometown?
They've been wonderful. We actually shared the film with them before it went fully public, and each of them to a person said it represented their truth. They felt really we captured what they were up against and what they cared about. And then when they came to Tribeca for the first time, they all met each other. And we've seen little friendships form, because I think if you take people out of hostile situations and put them in a situation where they could just be human beings together, we find connections are formed. And so we're starting to see that in a little mini version, and I hope we can replicate that throughout the city.
When you make a documentary, a lot of it is really about the great characters you find, I guess. How did you kind of find the people that you realize these are the people that I want to help bring me through this story?
We met Mr. C first. We were going to a bunch of different community centers, and it didn't quite feel right. We were looking for a community that felt excessively policed, and community centers have dance classes and pottery programs. But we walked into Rose Street after a morning meeting, and we were not sure what was going on there, but it definitely felt like the right place. And then Mr. C, you look in those big blue eyes, and you just realize, this guy is for real. So we found him first, and then we worked with the police department to find the 3 officers that are in the film.
This was mentioned in the Q&A, but just in case people, that was pretty amazing access to the police department. How did you work around that? And even in the process, even once you get the access, I imagine you kind of have to deal with officers, deal with other people to use the footage and make everybody feel comfortable in the process.
Yeah, it's a dance to no police department really is dying to have a camera crew come in, and not with that much access and sort of that long a period of time. They took a leap of faith. I think they knew there was lots of stuff that wasn't working, and they felt confident in the officers that they helped us select. And we were looking for, good actors, people who were trying to do right and do different than what the headlines say. And so it just was a lot of trust and a lot of conversations and just continually convincing them that we intended to do good. And I know, actually, having spoken to the police commissioner and many of the senior command staff and our officers in the film, that they do feel like people can look at police in a different light than maybe they had before.
You shot this over 3 years. How many trips to Baltimore was that? How much film did, a 106-minute documentary obviously probably had countless hours of film beyond that.
We had 350 hours of original material, not counting all of the police scanners and news stories that we were ripping along the way. I went through about 300,000 Amtrak points coming back and forth to Baltimore, so I was here a lot. I went back and forth a lot. I have 2 kids in New York and a husband who occasionally they wanted to see me. So it was a big commitment, but I found a lot of love in this city. There was always a soft place to land, and it was. I'm really proud of the film, and I'm proud of the reception here, and so it was worth it. I can say that now definitively. It was worth it.
That many hours of film, was there anything that you really loved that just in the end had to, hit the cutting room floor that you wish people could see?
There are so many good scenes. There were so many good. We just met some wonderful people at Rose Street, that just defy all expectation, and just hours and hours of just tremendous work by tremendous people. So we're hoping that actually we're offering up, as part of the facilitated discussions and the police trainings, we are offering up some outtakes too. So my secret hope is that some of those get picked. There's always heartbreak at the end of the day in the edit room. So.
And if there's just 1 or 2 things that people maybe take away from this film that they see, what do you hope maybe those are?
I hope people take away that perhaps we're asking the police to do too much, that perhaps the criminal justice system is not the way to deal with all of these systemic problems. And I hope people take away the fact that though it seems like the systems are just breaking people down, we watch in Charm City over 106 minutes people standing up as individuals to just change their day-to-day actions, and those really meaningfully change lives. And so I hope everyone feels empowered to not feel like the system is too big, because individuals can make a difference. I think we see that.
And speaking of empowerment, you mentioned an organization, a website that for people to get involved. You just want to mention that to people so they can.
Sure. If you want to find out more about the film, where we're screening, how to support the Impact Campaign, how to support the great work of the people in the film, go to charmcitydoc.com, DOC, and come and learn more. And you can sign up and join our mailing list, and we'll keep you updated.
Marilyn, thank you very much for talking to me and for bringing this really interesting, engaging piece of a film to our film festival.
Thank you so much.